You know, I think as time went on, you know, being a part of this program, to see, you know, I mean, honestly, I thought we had a good team, a pretty good team in our early years. I just think, you know, as like Coach says, you know, to win games and championships, you know, your culture has to be, you know, set. And I thought, you know, it wasn't set yet. You know, we were still rebuilding and trying to figure, you know, things out. But, you know, as time went on, you know, we continue to get, you know, culture guys, better players, and, you know, just guys that bought into what Coach Underwood wanted. So I think, you know, just sticking with it, you know, through the ups and downs, made it, you know, worth it.
In the far right, back in the back.
Andre, I believe this was a game or your 156 games. Where does this rank?
Why you had to say it like that?
Where does this rank on like the most memorable games that you've played?
I mean, it's definitely at the top. Yeah, but I mean, being around for that long and being blessed and not really going through injuries or stuff like that. I mean, it's always a good spot. But I mean, just winning is really, that's all I really care about.
For any of you guys or all of you guys, at what point did you realize that Nebraska had won and the opportunity was there to win the Big Ten title? And what was communication like once that happened?
Yeah, we manifested that. We were watching the game together as a team, and when the game ended, you know, everybody was just so high, and Trent just kept reminding us, yo, don't get too high, man. You know, we still got to go out here and get the job done. You know, he made sure that we were level-headed, we weren't too high. You know, we reminded each other, reminded everybody not to get too high, not to get too low, just to go out there and do what we do. And we know we're capable of winning, so, you know, at the end of the day, it's just about going out there and just getting the job done. You know, so we all watched it, though. We all watched it. We saw the last seconds of the game. We were really happy, you know, we got a shot to come out here and do this.
Kofi, you're on top of the ladder, cutting the net. I mean, it's obviously there's people everywhere. They're chanting one more year for you. What's going through your mind as you kind of took in that scene?
I almost said it too. No, man, that was special, man. Like, you know, like just all the emotions, you know, all the things that were going through my mind in that moment. You know, cutting that net down and just feeling so much pride and happiness. You know, it just felt right. You know, like I love being here, man, and you know everybody that associate myself with here has made me feel really special and you know made me know like how much I mean to this program. And, you know. That moment was special, man. I don't know how to answer that question, but that moment was so special. I was so happy in that moment to know that so many people wanted me, you know, to come back.
For whoever maybe wants to tackle this, but you know, Coleman hasn't played those kind of minutes in a long time, and it just you know, both sides of the court maybe made a huge difference. Just what did you maybe learn about Coleman tonight, just the way that he played?
I mean, our season has been all about, you know, next man up mentality. Obviously, with injuries, COVID, guys been sick. So, I mean, with Jake, you know, getting injured, Coleman was ready to play. I think the biggest thing is his preparation. He's been unbelievable, you know, leading up to this game, you know, with his preparation. Just being mentally focused and just, you know, having fun and smiling, you know, every time he's on the floor. I try to remind him, you know, never put his head down because he's such a good player. So, just, you know, his focus of, you know, knowing, you know, what he's capable of, you know, being out there on the floor with us, and his confidence is unbelievable. So he's been, you know, really, really good for us.
Gabby?
For DeMonte and Trent, you guys have now cut down 2 nets together last year with the tournament and now today. How special is it, or what does it mean to you guys to have done this together the last 5 years?
It means a lot, you know, to have a guy like that in Monte, you know, to be able to be by his side, him be by my side, to go to war with every night, to know he got my back is special. Like I said, we stuck through the lows in this program, you know, when we couldn't even get over 5 games in the Big Ten, to, you know, storming the court, winning the Big Ten regular season, last year winning the Big Ten tournament. It's special. So, like I said, to be able to be a part of a program like this with him is special. And, you know, this bond will never be broken.
Did you guys make it a point to find each other in the kind of chaos out there? I mean, you guys walked off together pretty close to one another. So what was that like, finding one another? What was the first thing
We always find each other.
What was the first thing you said to one another?
We just love each other, man. Like I said, the blood, sweat, and tears we both put into this program, being behind Coach Underwood and the coaching staff, is unbelievable. You know, no one sees the amount of work, you know, we put in State Farm Center, you know, for going 4 hours, 5 hours a day to 2 days. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of, you know, hours we put into, you know, this team. So, you know, when we found each other, we hugged each other. I almost passed out. It was too hot. It was too hot.
Jackson.
Water.
Trent and DeMonte, you guys went through the senior night festivities last year, but to do it again this year and then end your careers at State Farm Centers, what does it mean to be able to do that tonight, cutting down the net here?
It makes me feel twice as old though. To go through 2 senior nights. The emotions, to be able to walk out there and, you know, hear, you know, such the crowd get applauding me while I walk out for my last game is unbelievable. I had goosebumps. I told myself I wouldn't cry. I teared up after the game, but this has been my home for me. This has been my home for 5 years, and like I said, this is my home forever, you know. And I mean, all I can say is really, you know, thank you to God. I mean, Coach Underwood, you know, Josh Whitman in here, just, you know, giving me a chance, you know, to be a part of this program, and just believing in the kid from Florida, you know. So just taking me in and wanting me to be a part of, you know, this team and you know, help this program, you know, get back to winning. So it's been an unbelievable, special journey for me. And, you know, there's not any other team I would, you know, rather wear a jersey for.
Right in the middle of that.
Kofi, late in the game, you ran toward the bench and looked into the crowd and kind of yelled, and it really ignited the State Farm Center crowd. What was that moment like for you, and what kind of emotions were going through your head late in the game?
I mean, you know, the moment just finds you. You know, sometimes like I never really plan on doing stuff like that. It's just like just all the emotions, you know, and the support that the fans show us. You know, sometimes when we go on runs like that, and you know, the team's so connected, and you know, you just feel it when it happens. You know, it makes you so emotional when you do stuff like that. You know, I was really happy. You know, we got that stop. It was huge for us. I ran down the court. You know, I was just so excited. You know, just in the moment. You know, I was just enjoying the moment. You know, it was really special.
This is for Kofi and Trent. There was a chance you guys win 4 more games than every Big Ten team in the last 3 years and don't have a Big Ten championship in the regular season. How validating is it to get a banner to cut down the nets?
Yeah, I mean, you know, getting the banner to cut down the nets, that's really special. You know, it's been a while since Illinois team has done that. And, you know, with these guys, like Trent said, all the sacrifices that we made. I don't know about before I came here, but I know that we made a lot of sacrifices after I came here as well. And, you know, just like fighting each other in practice, you know, pushing each other to get better. Like, this is really special. It's important for us because that's one of our goals for this season. You know, so it was just exciting. It was really special for us, man.
Mark.
Okay.
I mean, like he said, I mean, our season has been, you know, very interesting from, I mean, COVID, the injuries. It's been all next man up. But, you know, like I said, like he said, you know, no one knows, you know, what we, you know, go through in practice, you know, from beating each other up, you know, from hanging out at departments, back to beating each other up in practice. I mean, 4 hours, 5 hours a day, you know, 6 hours a day, spinning in the oven. I mean, it's incredible, you know, to see how close, you know, this team has become, and, you know, the passion, you know, we all have for each other. So it's special. This is a special team, and, you know, we've grown in a lot of areas, and, you know, I couldn't be happy for this team.
Yeah, and not to take anything away from the banner, you know, but these guys are really special. They're winners, man. I don't care what happened the first 3 years they've been here. We won the most games in the Big Ten in the last 3 years, and that's something special. That's something to embrace. These guys are gonna go out as winners and champions. So regardless of what happened, they're champions in my eyes, and they're winners.
Far back.
Yeah, this applies to, this can apply to all of you, but just having won the regular season Big Ten title, what are your mindsets heading into the Big Ten tournament, just having won it last year? You know, are you looking to repeat and kind of prove to the rest of the league that you're still on top?
I mean, when we wake up tomorrow, we should kind of erase this. It's a new season. Like I said, we gotta prep for Friday, and that's got to be our mindset. You know, obviously, you know, we're gonna take this, you know, this break, you know, recover. But you know, when we get back into the gym, you know, our mindset's got to be, you know, we can't lose no more games. And that's, you know, like I said, us being vets, you know, we got to come in with the mindset of, you know, setting the tone and the energy to have our guys ready, you know, mentally prepared, you know, for what's ahead of us, you know, in Indianapolis, and, you know, and moving forward to March. So, like I said, the biggest thing is just being mentally focused, you know, coming in, you know, after this regular season.
All right, good.
Yeah, for all three of you, we haven't mentioned two huge threes by two freshmen, RJ and Lou Goody came in and made huge shots. Do you feel like you're leaving a legacy to those guys and have established a culture for the program moving forward with the young guys?
Yeah, definitely, man. Those two kids are really special. Now I truly believe in my heart that they're going to be two of the best players in the Big Ten someday. You know, they've been making huge impacts since day one. Whenever they step on the court, Lou Goody is one of the hardest workers I've seen and one of the best young leaders I've ever seen in my life. You know, RJ, as you've seen, he makes big time plays. He's athletic more than I've ever seen. You know, and those two guys are going to continue to make strides, and they're really special. You know, they're really important to us, and they know that. They will continue to be special for us in the future because we have a long way to go.
Kofi, I think you started out 1 of 5 today. Just have you figured out a way, either mentally or emotionally, to just kind of get yourself refocused and recentered when that kind of a start happens?
Yeah, definitely. You know, my coaches do a really good job with just reiterating, you know, take your time, you know, don't worry about that happened already. Just like having a forgetful, be forgetful basically, not letting that bother me, you know, determine what happens in the future, you know. So it's about controlling you can't control your thoughts, but you can always control your actions and how you respond to stuff, you know. So just like just focusing up, slowing down, seeing where the double is coming from, you know, seeing how I could correct it and make the shot, you know. So just about slowing down and just being calm and composed.
Gabby?
Kofi, aside from things on the court with DeMonte and Trent, what have you really taken away from them being here these past 5 years, and what have they taught you about just being a player at this program?
Iron sharpens iron, man. These two guys have been tremendous off the court. It was helping me, you know. They're like mentors, you know. They're older dudes and they've been here for a while. They know what it takes. And so since day one, these dudes have been mentoring me. Trent never lets me take a day off. DeMonte is that cool, level-headed guy that, you know, you could always talk to him about anything, you know. So these two guys definitely hold me accountable, and they're two of the reasons why I'm the player I am today.
All right, thank you, man.